In this video, I'm going to be talking about why some PMPs are absolutely failing in the job market. In other words, they're certified and they're having a difficult time finding a job, or they just can't find one at all. I'm Andrew Ramdale. I am the author of the world's best-selling PMP study guide, PMP Exam Prep Simplified. I've taught over 600,000 students on the Udemy platform, and I'm also an employer. Since 2005, I've owned my own businesses. I've employed hundreds and hundreds of people over the last 20 years. We have over 100 employees. I've done, I would say, thousands of interviews at this point in my life, and I've gone through thousands and thousands of resumes. So I'm going to give you an employer's perspective and a teacher perspective on what's going on. Now, this video doesn't apply to everyone. All right, it's not for every PMP out there, it's for some of them. I wouldn't say majority, I'm hoping not the majority, or like less than 50%, I'm hoping. Let's get into this. So I think there's two main problems with this. Number one, it's with the students, and number two, it's with the provider. Let me start with the students. So first of all, there is a good set of people, hopefully not the majority, of people that are looking to become certified, not by learning anything. They don't want to learn anything. In fact, they could care less about the knowledge. All they care about is three initials, PMP. They don't care about what's in any of the PMI books and study guides. They don't even care what's in my study guide. These are the kind of people that buys a 35-hour class, puts the speed on 2x, and let it autoplay while they do other things. They learn absolutely nothing from the course. They then probably review the mindset, do the exam simulators, and boom, they pass the exam and they're certified. This is a person that gained no knowledge, nothing from the certification other than the three initials. This person will then go back to their job and be just as good as they were previously being certified. The certification adds no value other than three initials. I want to point out something to you guys. A certification, listen to me carefully. A certification does not get you a job. Listen again. A certification does not get you a job. You know what gets you a job? You will get you a job. Your interviewing will get you a job. A certification gets you a job interview. It doesn't get you a job. When I see you're PMP certified, I'm like, great, Bob is PMP certified. Let me give Bob a call. When I get you on the phone, or more likely in front of me, now I'm looking for that knowledge. If you say you're certified, I'm assuming you know what was in the course. Generally speaking, and for me anyhow, if I put, like, I had a job posting a couple of weeks ago for a project coordinator with CAPM certified. I was assuming people knew BA because that was covered, or at least they knew Agile, and because they manage a lot of Agile projects or help the PM with Agile projects. I'm assuming they knew that. And a lot of people came in for this interview and they were CAPM certified, but didn't know any Agile. They didn't know any of the PMBOK things. Now you're probably saying, Andrew, maybe they were certified before Agile was added. Not because you're certified doesn't mean you don't stop advancing your skills. That's another thing I'm going to come to. So point number one is you have all of these people that are getting certified and not learning anything. They don't care about the knowledge. Now I do want to point out something. The things covered in my 35-hour course, the thing covered in my textbook, I didn't make it up. None of that knowledge comes from me. I'm just the guy that presented the knowledge. That knowledge comes from amazing project managers, much better than me, that wrote guides like the PMBOK guide, 6th edition, 7th edition, Agile practice guide, process group practice guide, and so on. That's where that knowledge comes from. So keep in mind, guys, what you're learning in any 35-hour course or in any study guide is the industry's best practices. Now, the other thing is, not because you're certified doesn't mean you stop learning. When you're certified, the journey just got started. You have to keep on learning. You have to go get that other certification. You have to maybe learn the upcoming newest thing in AI. You have to learn the newest Agile method. You're PMP certified, go get your ACP exam. Go get a certification in your industry. Maybe you work in IT, go get a certification in ITIL, CISSP, and whatever other industry you work in. You're in construction, there's a PMICP and so on. Not because you're certified doesn't mean you stop learning. We continuously learn. So that was problem number one, student problem. Number two is these providers. I don't like doing videos, bad talking providers, because I'm a provider myself. But there's some things that has to be called out. Number one, providers promising the fastest path to the PMP. There is a provider that actually says you don't need to read. No reading required. I'm like, PMs don't need to read anymore? We don't need to read books? Is that not what we do? I can't even make this up. There's a guy that says no textbook, you never need to read. I guess maybe you don't. Maybe you're just watching all the time. I guess when you take the exam, it's an audio exam. I don't know. I can't make that up. That's actually true. Look it up. You'll see what I'm saying. The other one is you have providers telling you, literally there's a provider telling students to watch any Udemy course and just put it on 2x, don't pay attention, come to him, and he's gonna get you certified because he's gonna teach you the mindset and give you the practice exams, and you're gonna be certified. And people sign up for this. In other words, people, they actually don't want to learn. And this provider is like, you don't need to learn, I will teach you. So at the end of the day, these providers are pumping out these PMPs that doesn't know the difference between a risk and an issue. Doesn't know what a management plan is, doesn't know what a risk register is, doesn't know what a sprint is or retrospectives and all these great terms that you learn in the course. So what you end up with is a pool of people that is low knowledge. And when you have low knowledge, when you show up to an interview, I will crucify you, because when you speak to me, I'm expecting you to have a certain amount of knowledge. And when you don't have that knowledge, I'll see right through you and you're wasting your time. So maybe you're gonna add PMP to your resume, and maybe you're gonna get a call. And when you get the call, you're not gonna get the job because you're gonna bomb the interview. The other thing is, when you have the PMP and you learned a lot, you can then take that knowledge and go back to your resume and make your resume PMP-like. What do I mean by that? Well, go back to your resume and show me that you learned PMP. Maybe now you can add in additional things to your resume based on what you learned. What do I mean by that? Well, maybe you were tracked, maybe you had a list of all the problems that was happening on the projects that you were fixing. Well, in the PMBOK guide, we call that the issue log. Maybe you can add to your resume now, maintained an issue log and updated it and kept issues low. Maybe now you know what a risk register is. I'm pretty sure you had one of those. Almost every project has a list of risks that we have to manage. Maybe now you can add in, you had a risk register. Maybe now you can use the correct terms that's in the book to make you look smart. And when you go to that job interview, you don't have to worry about imposter syndrome because you actually know it. You feel comfortable with the knowledge. Now, when you're speaking to that project manager that's in front of you, that's doing that interview, or the HR manager, now you're gonna sound really smart because you're comfortable with the knowledge. So my tip to you guys is this: stay away from providers that promises the fast lane. The fast path will probably lead you to the death path. Take it slow. You don't like me? There are great providers out there that does a good job doing it. On Udemy, for example, there are I recommend two other good instructors. They're just top of the list. Look, you'll see. One starts with D, one starts with J. So look, you'll find great providers. That's my first, and then go through the course. Don't rush it. It is not a marathon. I said that wrong. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. I don't want you to be certified in a week. I want you to be certified. Let it take time. I have a 30-day study plan. All right, that's 30 days of studying. That could take 6 weeks. If you study 5 days a week for 6 weeks, it takes 6 weeks. That's a good study plan. Take it slow, take it easy, learn the materials, pass your exam, be comfortable with your knowledge. Then what you do is start applying that to your current job. So you start applying the knowledge. Remember, it's the best practices. Once again, I'm not sure if I said this, I didn't create the knowledge. It was done by project managers. Apply that to your current resume. Apply that to the job you're doing, and watch yourself become a better project manager. The better you become, the better your resume becomes, and the better overall you become. And that's how you're gonna find a better job. Remember, people, I say this to my children, nobody's gonna hire you for your looks unless you're a model. They're gonna hire you for what's in your head. So what you need to do is add value. All right, so how do we bring value? Based on our knowledge. So what you guys got to do right now, hey, become a better project manager, learn more, and never stop learning. Hopefully you found this video helpful. And if you found this video helpful and you would like more content on employment, how you can better find a job, leave a comment below, let me know. And please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel so you can become a better project manager, and I'll see you in the next video.